Of course, everyone knows that this Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is gaining serious momentum. It is gaining boost on daily basis. As tension and drama filled the National Assembly as Senator Abaribe made a bold and historic move in support of Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. The outspoken lawmaker stormed the Senate chamber waving the Biafra flag, sending shockwaves across plenary session. Lawmakers were left in shock as Abaribe raised his voice demanding the immediate and unconditional release of the detained IPOB leader. That it has taken a lot of time, that it is no longer normal detention, that they should look into it and sort it out fairly and with equity. His unexpected action disrupted the sitting, forcing the Senate president to call for order amid rising commotion. Abaribe, who has long stood as a strong advocate for justice and fairness, declared that Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention is an injustice against the Igbos. Remember, this Abaribe has stood in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu for a long time. He was among the shorties that made Nnamdi Kanu to be released for the first time when he was detained. But right now, he still continues to advocate for Nnamdi Kanu. He emphasized that peace and unity cannot be achieved in Nigeria until equity and fairness are upheld. According to witnesses, security operatives around the chamber became tense as the senator defiantly waved the flag, symbolizing solidarity and resistance. He accused the federal government of double standards in handling regional agitations. Nnamdi Kanu supposed to be released by now, he said. The scene was described as one of the most dramatic moments ever witnessed in Nigeria's legislative history. Some senators tried to calm him down while others silently nodded in agreement. Abaribe further stated that silencing voices of freedom only fuels division. He reminded the Senate that Kanu's case has lingered for years without justice, which is what everyone is saying. There has never been justice in Nnamdi Kanu's case. It is only adjournment. For what reason? To tell you that some powers are behind this very long incarceration. Some powers are behind this. This is what Abaribe is pointing out. That Nigeria requires fairness and equitable treatment to all the citizens. That no one is more Nigerian than others. No one is more Nigerian than others. Of course, he reminded the Senate that Kanu's case has lingered for years without justice. The senator's bold action drew mixed reactions across the country. Even those outside the chambers started hailing him. That now everyone knows that Nnamdi Kanu's case is political, not just incarceration or terrorism case. It is political, highly political, and the federal government are really afraid to release this very young man because he will just break the whole bombshell. He will just break the whole table. That is why they are still holding him. And some notable political figures in the southeast are also behind his ordeal, because they are seeing him as a threat to their political ambitions. That is the problem. So the Senate's move raised serious concern across. Many Nigerians on social media hailed him as a true patriot and defender of human rights. Others criticized the act as a breach of legislative decorum. Despite the uproar, Abaribe maintained his ground, insisting that truth be spoken no matter who offends. He challenged his colleagues to join him in demanding justice for all oppressed Nigerians. That no Nigerian is more Nigerian than others. That we are equal and should be treated alike. The plenary was temporarily suspended as tensions escalated. Later, Abaribe addressed journalists, reaffirming that he stood for justice, peace, and dialogue. Nothing else. Let's just go into the details on this, so that you see yourself how the message was passed in Senate House and across. If you have never subscribed to this very channel, please kindly subscribe now for more updates. We have a lot of updates for you. We must bring to this very platform, Success Media, every news that drops about this Nnamdi Kanu's case and similar cases in Nigeria, because it is hitting up. It is hitting up. the tension, the political tension is getting tense, seriously tense. It is no longer what you expect. It is taking up. It is really growing. So let's just go into the details. Breaking news: total chaos in Senate as Abaribe stormed chamber with Biafran flag, vows no plenary until Nnamdi Kanu is freed. Release him or watch this country burn politically. This is what Abaribe said. Nigeria government has intentionally created a monumental blunder. That is strategic blunder. This is what he said. By allowing Nnamdi Kanu to speak in a court of law, they have effectively given him message the ultimate legitimate platform. Giving his message the ultimate legitimate platform. That is what he said. Transforming the courtroom into a live global broadcast for Radio Biafra. This is what this man really mean. This is what he said. That they have now given him that room to broadcast those things they have been accusing him of broadcasting in England. He now has the opportunity to say everything open. And you know that very young man is vibrant, intelligent and smart. He will expose a lot of things in Senate House. That is what he's saying. Transforming the courtroom to a live global broadcast for Radio Biafra, as Senator Abaribe aptly mocked Radio Biafra is now live and direct in the courtroom, turning the state's own judicial proceedings into a stage for the very idea they sought to suppress. Because Nnamdi Kanu will say a lot of things and it will be on live broadcast. That is what he's saying. And I've showed you and told you on this very platform that if this Nnamdi Kanu's case is not cautiously controlled, it will trigger a lot of things. It will cause a lot of chaos. It may be the last straw that will break the camel's back in Nigeria, because this guy have a lot of updates and everything. And they have given him that opportunity to air his view, to say those things out, which he will now expose. He is not afraid of anyone or anything. He is always proud. He's an orator, a very big, eloquent speaker. He doesn't fear anyone, any face. He has now gotten that platform to expose a lot of that ill. That is what is happening. So Abaribe now indirectly telling them that very this thing they are suppressing, they have seen it, they have actually exposed it. That is what Abaribe is saying. So turning the state's own judicial proceedings into a stage for the very idea they sought to suppress. This situation perfectly illustrates that when you try to silence a man, you can only aptly amplify his message and the whole world is watching. Free Nnamdi Kanu, he said. So he urged the Senate to intervene diplomatically to end Kanu's prolonged incarceration. Political analysts have described this move as a turning point in Free Nnamdi Kanu's movement. The moment of Kanu's release continues to grow across different sectors. Observers have stormed Nigeria. Foreign journalists have now started even creating scenes, asking questions and raising a lot of things, even from 1967 to 1970 Nigerian Biafra War. They have actually started verifying a lot of things about this Nnamdi Kanu's case. And what prompts this very agitation? This is what they are carrying out in Nigeria right now. So this development has further put pressure on the federal government to act and do the needful fairly with equity. Abaribe's courage will likely remain a defining moment in Nigeria's democratic history. This is what is actually happening now. Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is gaining seriously momentum. It's gaining momentum, and now it is now a national issue, world issue, because many people now are beginning to get interested on the case. Many people now are focusing on this very case. They want to know what will happen, how it will end. And if government will eventually release this very young man, this is what is actually happening now. So many people are now focusing on this very case. All eyes are on this case to see how the government will treat this very case. If it will be continue the way it has been going, or they will channel it towards political settlement or outside court settlement. Of course, you know that this man is a dual citizen, and the family have actually accused the Britain of co-conspirator on this very case. But this same UK are coming for as witness. They are still coming as witness. US coming as witness. The Jews, Ethiopian Jews, are still coming for witness. This guy has integral factors, and we are watching closely to see what will actually happen. This is a very big case before the federal government, and they can never do otherwise. A very big case before the federal government. Let's see how it goes. Of course, you remember to subscribe to this very channel. If you have never subscribed, just click on up there to subscribe. We will have a lot of updates for you on this very platform. If you have never subscribed, please kindly subscribe for more updates. More updates are coming. It is getting tense daily. It is really getting tense. Thank you so much and have a lovely Sunday ahead. Be safe. Stay safe.